even know what to think of it anymore. He's like, what is that? Brownie's like, I'm not going out there. I know, they don't know what to think. It's raining pretty good. It's raining pretty good out there. I just got soaked.
Yeah, it rained like that all day.
I was gonna say, it's like, what, 4:30, 5 o'clock?
It is 5 o'clock. That's raining for 5 o'clock.
We'll see how long it lasts. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. Sunny, as you can see. It only rained for like maybe a little over an hour last night, but it did rain pretty good. So every little bit counts. We're obviously in the barn this morning. I wanted to start off in here because it's been a while since you guys have seen the girls. They're just finishing up their cornmeal. As soon as they're done, we're gonna let them outside. They have some hay out back already. I'm just taking the opportunity to feed the calves while they are eating. While they're over there eating, that's when Sadie eats. They're already pretty dirty. It's been a week today, actually, I think, since we cleaned them out. So we're gonna have to clean them out again, probably tomorrow or the next day. This is always a fun part. Stay over there. I usually stick my leg up there and that keeps her away, but sometimes she's really pushy. She's already eaten. She only gets one bottle. And she makes it known that she wants more, don't you? Look at the size of you. You don't need it. You're a big girl now. It was actually really cool this morning. You can probably tell I'm wearing a flannel shirt and pants. So it was 47, which seemed really cold because yesterday it was 85. Today I don't think it's supposed to be particularly warm. I think it's only supposed to be like in the low 70s. First thing that we have to do this morning, once we get the girls out and clean up the barn, of course, is we have to replace some knives on the mowing machine. So I'll take you guys along with us to do that. And then I'm going to be mowing some green feed. We actually don't need it. We have a lot of green feed ahead, enough for like 20 days, I think, or something like that. Since we're still having pretty good weather, we want to just do what we can. So we actually are all done everything of ours. Green feed, everything. We actually had, which is weird because we've been looking for some extra fields to do. We actually had 2 people stop. Well, one of them stopped and the other one just asked Brent sometime when they saw him, like, if he could do their field. And they have a pretty decent sized field, so we'll probably get around 40 bales off that. They do want a quarter of whatever we get because they have horses and they want to feed their horses just a little bit of hay. They want to save money where they can, but they don't have anybody to hay. Probably get around 30 bales, 40 altogether, and then 10 will go to them and 30 of them will go to us. And then we had another guy stop here when we were milking a couple nights ago and ask if we could do his small field, which we've already done. We did get 10 bales off of that, which is pretty good because it was only like a, I would say maybe like 2 acre piece, so it wasn't bad. It had been hayed before, like last year, but the guy that did it's an older farmer and he just didn't really want to do it anymore, so he told us we could do it. I don't think either one of these fields are going to be fields that we're going to be doing next year, but it is nice to just get a little bit of extra green feed for just keep the girls going a little bit longer. We're hoping to make it on what we have until at least most of the way through September. We'd like to not feed them anything from this year until at least November, if not December. I think we'll make it to at least November. I'll walk and talk because I got to go check on the water in the milk room. We're a little bit worried about feed, which one of you guys did mention, since we have almost no second crop. This rain will help, but it's still not gonna completely take us out of the woods of not having a lot of second crop. Just picked up a new container of PLC 300, so I'm gonna put 1.5, or a little less than a half of that. girls outside, and then we'll go work on the mowing machine. You're gonna do it right here?
Huh?
You're gonna do it right here? Didn't you want me to lift it up?
Yeah, can you raise it?
A lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I can do that. You ready? You did a good job loading that many bales with just the bucket. Just the bucket.
I know.
I know. Somebody hit some rocks with the mowing machine.
I forgive you.
Wasn't me.
Oh. Jesus.
Need help? Want a hammer?
Yeah.
Seems weird that it's so cool. Okay, so hammers are supposed. There's one right there. They're supposed to be in that drawer. There's not a one in that drawer, so we'll use this one.
Yeah, that'll work. There. Yeah, that was great. See if you can find me another one.
There's two more in there. I think there's one going in either direction. Then you're gonna need a whole new set probably for cutting crop, or it's not gonna cut much.
What'd you do with that knife?
Put it in there.
Yeah, because I can flatten that out on the vise. Get another year out of it. There.
Yep. The packaging is just, not a whole package, but believe it or not, these are more expensive than the knives.
Huh?
I said, believe it or not, these are more expensive than the knives.
Yeah, we need a new bolt too.
Yep, I got one.
Yeah, you burn it while I hold it up there. I can hold it up there. Easy. Just. That's it, easy. Oh, that bolt nut to hell. Oh, we're gonna get it.
You got it. Alright. So what do I do that?
Throw that to hell.
So we don't want this knife.
Trash.
That's trash.
That is true.
That bent one's not bad, but... Alright, so this one needs to dip that way, right?
Same way as the one you gave me.
I think I got one of those left.
You do?
I think so. That one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last one goes the opposite way. Here
That's
you
the
go.
last one?
Yep.
I need a knot too.
Yeah, no. Calm down.
Come down, fanboy.
Look at that. Isn't it pretty?
Nothing like that.
A whole new knife, new bolt, new nut. New mowing machine. Oh, wait. Never mind.
There. There. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
by with the Kubota because it was over here anyway. We did, the other field is also over here that we did a while ago. He went by. I think he's going to get the tedder because we are going to be trying to make dry hay of this because, like I said, they want some of the bales. So we're going to be doing our best to make dry hay of this. I thought he'd be back by now because it's not a huge field, but it is really, really good stuff, really thick. They reseeded it not forever ago, but it was a while ago because, like Brent said, this was a cornfield at one time. Trying to get out of the wind here, so it's pretty good grass. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now because there's another field. This isn't the last one we're going to be doing. We're actually supposed to be doing another field that's farther down in the woods. It's an even bigger one that we're supposed to be doing as well. So I think I'm just going to leave this here, but maybe I'll drive it over there in the bushes so it's out of the way of the tedder. That's what we'll do. Listen to this. Mow that other piece and I'm gonna tedder, I guess. Ooh, thistle. Oh dear. So I'm gonna go in first, the button on at around 1700 RPM. We're back here in the back part of the section in the woods, and the field is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's very beautiful back here. It's a wonderful spot. It's kind of like up on a hill. You can see the mountains. You guys probably can't because the camera makes everything look far away, but you can kind of see the mountains over there, and it's just a really, really pretty spot. The grass is good, goldenrod in it or anything. There is some on the edges that you can see he didn't cut, some over here, but right in the field itself there's nothing, so that's good. Sorry I didn't get many camera angles of me actually mowing. My other camera keeps dying for some reason. It keeps going through batteries, just like, I don't know, something's obviously wrong with it. So I didn't get many camera angles, but we're trying to hurry today because today is supposed to be nice and sunny with a breeze, which is going to be a perfect hay day. Tomorrow is supposed to be partly sunny I think in the morning it's supposed to be sunny, and then it's supposed to cloud up in the afternoon, and then there's a chance of rain on Wednesday. It's Monday right now. So we're trying to get this finished, wrapped up before Wednesday, before the chance of rain. I'm not going to say it's going to happen because I doubt it will, but just in case it does, we don't want to ruin the hay. So I was going to stop Brent and ask if he wanted to switch, because usually he doesn't mow. Mowing machine working really good. You can see my tractor in action. Such a dainty little ankle that there's tons of room left on this. It is 2 days later, guys. So yesterday we spent all day, pretty much all day, baling what you guys saw us mow. So we got it baled and picked up, brought it back. So this is everything. There's a whole pile here, and then there's still a load on the sawdust truck you can see over there. Future me popping in here, guys. I was just editing that video and I realized that I have grease literally all over my face. This was like an hour ago. I was just out there filming, grease all over my face. I can't redo it. You guys literally have to see this tomorrow. So please ignore the fact that apparently when I start filming, I never once look at my face. So I'm sorry about that. Please ignore it. I'm sure it won't be the last time it happens. I did insert some footage of me drying a cow off this morning because I thought you guys might like to see that. So Claire, she must be 8 by now, 8-year-old Jersey. She's probably around 5.5 to 6 weeks from calving. The way that we figure that out and how we know that we need to dry them off is, I said this in like a last video or a couple videos ago, that we like to give our cows a 5 to 7 week dry period. So 7 week would be for younger cows, and 5 week would be for an older cow that doesn't need as long of a dry period. So she's on the older side, so we're gonna give her around 5.5 weeks. How we figure out how far along she is when we haven't had her pred checked, because we haven't had the vet yet. He usually comes in late fall, and we do it like once a year. But he hasn't come yet. But you can bump her very easily. So if you can bump them at all, then they're over 5.5 months. We know she's over that because of the date she calved last, and also the last heat that we noticed her in. Both of those are written down. So using all that information, how easily we can bump her, and if you're not familiar with cows, bumping them is just you go on the right side of a cow and down kind of where their stomach bulges out a little bit, you just kind of take your hand like this and you just kind of poke them a little bit, really easy. And if they're quite far pregnant, you can actually feel the calf. So if they're over 5.5 months, usually 6 months for sure, you can bump some part of the calf, either the calf's head, a foot, something like that. You'll be able to tell. So if you can bump them easily when you saw their last heat, and also when they calved last, is a pretty good way you can narrow down when you should have them dry. Sometimes it's not that easy, but all her information ended up lining up. So we dried her off this morning. She also was giving almost no milk, and we skipped her last night just to make sure that we could dry her off without her leaking, because we don't put teat sealant in cows anymore. It's very busy on this road. We used to use the teat sealant, but it got super expensive. It was like $300 for a box of it. And you did get quite a few tubes in a box, but you have to use 4 cows. So it was a really, really expensive way to go. And we actually ended up having more trouble using it than we did when we stopped. We had more cows having troubles when they would come in for a new lactation. Just mastitis or swollen quarters. Just, we had no luck with it at all. So we stopped using that, and our cows actually started coming in better. So yeah, I think that was everything I wanted to catch you guys up on. I have spent all day mowing. Brent's up tethering everything that I mowed right now. There was actually another field out back of the field that you guys would have seen us do. And that I think was about 10 acres. And then I had another piece to the field that we did the first day, and that was about a couple acres. So I did probably close to 15 acres today. It was pretty good stuff, so we should get a decent amount of feed off that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. As always, thank you for joining me, and keep it real, keep farming. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.